think the whole ethos for us is to consider the environment that we're building in, firstly, and we build in historic locations where the topography is interesting and the streets are interesting and they're filled with places of great character, and we look to riff upon that, I suppose, and consider how we can put something onto the environment that is beautiful, but also has great amenity and is respectful of the history of a place. Really, the home of grand apartment residences and those beautiful buildings are the great cities of the world. And when you consider, say, Paris or New York and Milan and so on, they're the places where residential apartments really took hold. When I look to what we're creating, it's with an eye to what I've seen in beautiful cities and beautiful apartments. There's a real tension in creating good design. For me, I'm interested in the materiality, firstly, and so beyond beauty from a function perspective, I want a crafted feel to our buildings, and to me that means by hand, and it's laid brick by brick. That informs a big part of our design, and because we're responsible not only for the design but our legacy, and to me good design is often epitomised by what you leave out rather than what you put in. You know, I think that ultimately what we're about is creating places that people can connect with one another, and beyond any building, it's really the people that make the places, and I think that's what I'm most interested in. With West Residences, you've got this finely articulated ironwork on the cornered elements of the building. That part of Mount Lawley is our own version of, say, the meatpacking district or something like that. Of course, the most iconic building in the world on a triangular block is New York's Flatiron building. So, my first thought was, gee, how do we reimagine that for Perth right now? Corbinier came about walking the streets of Milan, actually, and the buildings are designed in a manner that is around the people that are within them, and there's a certain way they present to the street, whether it might be around classical arches and interesting form. It's, I think, the way they encourage visitors and owners alike to be intrigued by what might be beyond the front door. What we wanted to create there was something where people feel safe in this sense of home, but also beyond a facade and a presence on the street that captures the imagination, that you are intrigued by what might be beyond. I think that our buildings, they don't shout to be noticed. I really think they want to sit with an elegance on the environment that we're building in, and that they look like they belong. I'm looking to do things well with a sense of permanence that is not the easiest way, but just simply the best way we can build. And I think if you're building, you should be adding to the community you're in, and people should feel good when they see your building and feel good when they visit it. I want people to see them and know that they are built to last. I would like them to say, God, those developments really have stood the test of time.